Hey, good morning, my friends. This video is going to be a little bit different than my usual videos about how to make something or do something. I just was thinking about it last night, and I thought about this something that I did when I was like 8 or 10, and I remembered it, and I was like, you know what? I think I've always been wanting to act, make skits and videos, and back when I was a kid, there was no such thing as YouTube or TikTok, but I just wanted to make them for fun. And when I was about 8 or 10 years old, and I have 3 sisters and a brother, and we're all around the same age, 2 or 3 years different. And so we played together a lot when we were younger. And one day it was dark outside, but it wasn't that late because we were outside playing. We were actually in the neighbor's yard across the street playing in their ditch. And I came up with this funny little idea, and my mom had some wigs that she let us play with, some old wigs, and I got one, and I pulled my shirt. I had on a polo shirt, and I pulled it up over my head and buttoned it so it was over my head, and I put the wig on, and my brother had this big plastic butcher knife, and we stood there in the side of the road, and when a car drove past, as soon as it drove past, he grabbed the wig and he swung the knife like he chopped off my head and pulled the wig up, and I fell on the ground headless into the ditch. And he ran off, and the car slammed on their brakes and then slowly started backing up, and I jumped up, ran away with the shirt still over my head, looking through the little buttonhole to see where I was going. We all ran and dove into some bushes in the neighbor's yard. That was so funny. And that poor person, we probably scared them half to death. But at the time, we weren't thinking about that. We were just having fun. Well, I used to write a lot of poetry, and my mom called it dark, and she really didn't like it too much. And so I wanted to write a poem that she would like. And I came up with this one called Mail Order Gorilla. And I still remembered it today. I still remember it to this day, how it went. And I still remember a few of my poems. If you want to hear the darker ones, I'll put them at the end of my video. But I wrote the Mail Order Gorilla. I really liked it. She really liked it. And so a few years back, I made a little video of it. I wanted to have it published in a children's book, but I'm not that good of an artist, so I couldn't illustrate the book the way that I wanted to. So I never made a book out of it, but I thought, hey, I'll make a video. And, it's silly, but it was fun to do, and so I want to share that with you now. So here's my video. I remastered it recently, called The Mail Order Gorilla. Enjoy.
One day I bought myself a mail order gorilla. I sent in UPCs from a box of French vanilla. When the postman brought it to the door, he was in such a fright. He was shaking in his boots, and his face was pasty white. I signed for it and thanked him, and away he did run. My day with the gorilla had only just begun. I opened up the package, unwrapped all the wrappage, pulled off all the tape and string, and threw away the garbage. And out came the gorilla. I said, "How you doing, fella?" He said,
"Nice to meet ya. I don't want to eat ya. How about some tea?"
I said, "My pleasure. Earl Grey or green?" He said,
"If it wouldn't be a problem, I'd prefer Desjardins."
Then we sat down to dine. We had a very good time. We spoke of war and peace, ducks, goose, and geese. My mail-order gorilla wished to see the world, so I sent him on his way with a box of cinnamon swirls. He took a bus to the train station. He took a train to the sea. He took a plane to Europe and then came back to me. He told me of the adventures he had and the time he got put in the zoo. He didn't have to stay long, only a week or two. And in came Miss Gorilla. She was a beautiful sight. She had an angelic face, emphasized by the light. They moved out to Hollywood. He got himself a job. He plays the role of a gangster in a movie about the mob. They bought a house in Hollywood. They live upon the hill. They have a couple of kids, Jack and little Miss Jill. He calls me frequently, and he always makes me laugh. I'm saving up my UPCs. Maybe I'll order a giraffe.
Hey, so you stuck around to hear my dark poems. So here we go. Coffee. Yes, I'd like a cup or two or a pot or two. Fill the table, fill my cup, make me shake with an overdose. Caffeineaholic, that's what I am. Drink and drink till I can't even think. I think too much. Think of the world, think of my life. Think of the blade of that steely knife, coated with the blood from that human drum beating, uncontrollably beating as I fall dead in the hall. The corridors between life, between death, between the in-between lines you're reading right now. And here's another one. Drip, 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 droplets on my windowsill. Drop, 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 moving and close for the kill. Wrap you in my silken web, tuck you gently in my bed. For tonight your dreams will be of me. Fight if you want to be free, but slowly I come, you are my prey, hidden away until today, like a refuge on a ship, hidden away until they tip, turning you into a little rain drip, 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 droplets on my windowsill, drop, 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 moving away with my bill. And the last one is not bad. It's a good one. I wrote it and it actually got published in some book, some National Poetry Foundation or something called like On the Edge of a Dream. And it goes, much too much, many a time, touch to touch, lay down the line. Live to live and die to die, but be yourself, never wonder why. For one day you may conquer all, for one day you will touch the sky. Yet perhaps more than once you may fall. Get up and go on, tear down your wall. No one may give you a second chance, so live your life and dance your dance. Thanks. Have a good night.